Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Holly shouts at worst mama Nicole in the middle of the square as EJ gets evidence about Jude outside the DiMera manse. EJ orders Rolf over the phone to speed up the DNA results. As soon as he hangs up, Sloane calls from the domain with Jude. She reminds him he'd be risking his marriage if he tells Nicole the verity. EJ leaves with Nicole and Holly for a Mama's Day brunch at the bistro. Sloane addresses on the phone on the domain bench. Her hand rests on Jude's stroller. Julie brings flowers to Tom and Alice's shrine in the square to wish her grandmother a happy Mother's Day. Paulina happens by. Julie is curt until Paulina laments not feeling like a particularly good mama these days. Julie assures Paulina her children and grandchildren adore her. As does everyone who knows her. Bless you for saying that, Paulina says. After Johnny addresses with Sammy on the phone at the manse, Channel joins him. She's canceling Mother's Day plans with Paulina. She can't make chipper small talk when she's frenetic over Paulina leaving insulation and putting them at threat. Johnny understands. While he loves his mama, it's better they on separate mainlands. Chanel's relieved to learn he didn't tell her about the baby. I am not ready for the return of Sammy Brady. Further Goodwin's pushed to the edge in Chicago. Med Sloane and Jude return home to a shirtless Eric, who wears an apron. He greets them with a plate of donuts. It's a snack before his special breakfast for Sloane's first Mother's Day. He says he's the main course, and they make out. He also gives her a choker with a topaz pendant. It's Jude's gemstone, which represents joy and good fortune. She calls it perfect. At the bistro, Teresa makes not-so-veiled commentary to Tate about wanting what's stylish for him. She'll always cover him. She also gasps when Holly enters with EJ and Nicole. Is that why Tate wanted to bring her there? Tate insists he just wanted to take her to the nicest place in city. He'd no idea they'd be there. At their table, Nicole accuses Holly of wanting to come there to see Tate on the sly. Holly points out EJ's the bone. Who made the reservation? Holly and Tate make eyes at each other. Further, William DeVry goes whitewater buoying with Hallmark over plates of food at the bistro. Teresa Riley looks at Tate. He gapes straight-faced announcement when Teresa asks a disinterested Tate about Hop and Sophia. She notes how happy she's that he's moved on from Holly. It's not like he'd a choice, he retorts. Meanwhile, Holly brings up Hop at her table, but Nicole tells her she's not going. The last time she went to a night event, she nearly failed. Plus, she's predicated. Holly pouts that she formerly has a date Aaron Green. Who the hell is Aaron Green? Nicole exclaims. Holly snarks that she might know if she were more involved in her life. EJ starts to defend Nicole, but Holly snaps that she wasn't talking to him. Nicole reprimands her. Why can't you just let me live my life? Holly shouts. After canceling plans with Paulina, due to queasiness, a teary Chanel hopes she and Johnny are strong enough to handle what's to come. Johnny promises her nothing will change between them. Paulina breaths into the manse with haze, crackers, and tea to help soothe Chanel's stomach. Chanel smothers, and Johnny tries to gently get his mama-in-law to leave. Paulina says she'll just stay a many twinkles, but Chanel would rather she didn't. After a poignant visit at Abby's grave, Chad and Thomas play tic-tac-toe at the bistro. Julie sits with them as Chad explains Charlotte is at a queen brunch. Thomas gives Julie a macrame decoration he and Charlotte made for Mother's Day. She can hang it in the house when they move back by. Julie is proud to be his auntie. When Thomas goes to the kitchen to see Roman, Chad and Julie talk about missing Abby and David independently. Julie is happy to have grandchildren to love and nurture, as well as Chad and his children. He calls her the cement that keeps the family together. Further, why we may no way see this DiMera again at the manse, Chanel tells her mama to stop trying to fix everything. She wouldn't allow her to turn what's passing to them into her particular tragedy. Chanel needs space and hopes she can admire that. Taken suddenly, Paulina shows herself out. Johnny holds an emotional Chanel, who feels like a terrible son. As Johnny reassures her, Chanel points out he hasn't told her how he feels about everything. He says it's her body. He supports whatever she decides. Still, it means a lot to him that they created the baby out of their love for each other. She prays their love will get them through whatever happens. On the domain bench, Paulina prays Chanel's baby will be healthy and strong. At the bistro, Holly yells at her mama for being completely unreasonable. "I detest you, Mom," Holly says, standing. "I really, really detest you." She runs out with Nicole following her. "Oh my God," Teresa dramatically gapes. What a drama queen. Tate is lucky to be relieved of her. Further, Jessica Surfety stuns at the Met Gala announcement. Holly glowers at Nicole in the square. Eric gapes. Eric and Sloane tromp through the square with Jude as Nicole and Holly exit the bistro. Holly calls Nicole the worst mama on the earth. Eric pulls Holly away to find out what's going on. Holly urges him to talk to her mama about Hop. When Eric defends Nicole, Holly gets bratty with him. Across the square, Sloane asks Nicole to walk with a fussy Jude while she makes a bottle. EJ leaves the bistro on the phone with Rolf, who confirms that the baby is Nicole and Eric's. "I am sorry too," EJ says, hanging up. He grimly gapes at Nicole holding Jude. "Further sorry than you know." Chanel questions Johnny, visiting Abby's grave, Sloane's guilt, Nicole's disappointment. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, May 10th indicate that the residers of Salem will celebrate Mother's Day early. One particular issue comes up between Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, and Chanel Dupree, Raven Bowens, when she demands to know if he wants to be a father. Abby DiMera's ex-Marcy Miller, kiddies visit her grave. Sloane Peterson, Jessica Surfety, is racked with guilt. Nicole Walker, Ariane Zucker, discovers a huge secret. Chanel Dupree demands answers from Johnny DiMera. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal Johnny has turned to his father, EJ DiMera, Dan Feuereagle, to get help for his woman and future child. Johnny and Chanel's baby may have been harmed by the radiation they were exposed to when Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, showed up to save her. Johnny wants Chanel to have the stylish croakers at her disposal to ensure she and the baby are okay. Unfortunately, EJ incontinently began to try to move Johnny that he and Chanel shouldn't take this chance because of the complications that could do. Chanel understands what EJ is getting at and will demand to know what Johnny really wants to do. Will they have this baby and give it a chance or terminate the gestation and try again? DOL spoilers. Chad DiMera's Mama's Day visit with Abby DiMera. Chad is doing his stylish to make sure that his children don't forget about their mama. Abby may be dead, but that doesn't mean she's still an important part of their lives. Chad will accompany Thomas DiMera, Carrie Christopher, and Charlotte DiMera, Autumn Gendron, to their mama's grave. Could Abby and Thomas get another phenomenon and get their mama back? Across city, Sloane is really floundering with her guilt, especially now that EJ knows that verity about Jude Brady. Has any of this been worth the plutocrat Sloane has spent now that the verity is starting to come out? Sloane's Mama's Day gift has her wanting to buckle under the pressure of all these secrets and falsehoods. Days of Our Lives spoilers. Chanel questions Johnny, visiting Abby's grave, Sloane's guilt, Nicole's disappointment. Days of Our Lives spoilers. Nicole Walker is disappointed in Holly Jonas. EJ will take Nicole out for brunch at the bistro for Mother's Day. EJ is clearly trying to make up for keeping the secret that Sloane has her baby and he didn't die as they were told. EJ hopes that Nicole and Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, can have some cling time. Still, effects don't go as he allowed. Effects start to go amiss as soon as they walk in to see Tate Black, Leo Howard. One thing leads to another, and Nicole will discover that Holly and Tate are sneaking around behind their tails. Unfortunately for these two love catcalls, Nicole will end up discovering the burner phone that Tate supplied Holly with, and someone may indeed witness a kiss. Where will Holly and Tate go from then now that their parents know their secret?